This is a quick overview of our project portraits feature on WellFunded. So with WellFunded, your charity can have a charity portrait, which is generally speaking the information about your charity that mostly won't change from month to month or even year to year. It's your mission, vision, values, charity details, leadership information, and donor support. Then you can add project portraits, which would be the core areas that you need funding for on an annual basis or even on a quarterly basis. So our project portrait was built after reviewing about 1,500 grant applications. Again, just like the charity portrait, it is built in a way that does not penalize you if you do not have answers for certain aspects of it, but certainly it's built to give the donor as much information as they possibly can have while making it flexible enough for you and your unique charity. I'm going to go in and show you what it looks like to build it out from the charity's perspective. Here you have basic project information. It's important to note that all of these are just character suggestions. Description, background, start date, end date, project outline and plan, project leader and why they are right for the job, the location that your project takes place in. Of course, your charity can have a head office and maybe even a couple other offices, but maybe your project location is different than that, and that's totally fine. Impact areas, just like your charity can have a main impact area, your project can have a more specific or refined impact area. If your project zeroes in on any sustainable development goal, this is where you can toggle that on. You can build out a project pipeline, or timeline rather, that can include reporting timelines in there to give the donor a clear sense of when you'll be doing certain key activities and when you'll be reporting on them. The budget, we have created a kind of simplified, but we think clear budget structure for donors and charities alike that gives them enough detail to know where you'll be spending the money, but not so much detail to kind of get into the weeds of every nuanced line item. So you can pick the budget category, enter a description if you wish, and then enter the amount, and it will create a simplified budget there. Risk ledger, if you have a risk ledger associated with your project, you can build it out there. It's fairly comprehensive, but it also makes it fairly easy for you as a charity to fill out. You can just add various risks that you think are associated with your project, fill out more details there. Goals, of course, every project should have an immediate goal, an ultimate outcome, and a sustainability plan. Of course, some projects may not have a sustainability plan, like handing out sandwiches might not come with a sustainability plan, and that's just fine. You can not use that. You can choose from our pre-selected ultimate outcomes down here, or of course you can just toggle this on and write your own. Same with sustainability plans. And then lastly, impact measurements. This is how you are going to measure your impact, or how you're going to measure those goals. And so you can select, for example, surveys and questionnaires, and then give more detail on that. Again, the whole thing is built to not penalize you if you don't have answers, but to give you flexibility if you do have those answers. So in a nutshell, that is project portraits. And when you're done, you just hit save, and it will appear nicely in your charity portrait. This is a view of what it looks like when it's all completed. It's nice and pretty there. You got your timeline flowing out there for donors to see, your risk ledger, your goals, impact, and of course your funding needs. There you go.